Hey everybody, welcome once again to NoDQ&A video right here on youtube.com/NoDQ&AW, and as always, NoDQ.com, your source for WWE and TNA news. Got a lot of questions here, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get right down to it. Hey Aaron, do you see Matt Morgan going back to WWE? A lot of people have asked me about Matt Morgan. I think that WWE would at least be interested in him just because of his size, because of his look. And it's been a long time since we've seen Matt Morgan in WWE. His last run was way back in 2004. Didn't really work out, but then again, they gave him this stuttering gimmick, which was, quite frankly, going to take him nowhere. So if they bring him back, give him a different gimmick, and just push him as the monster that he can be, perhaps they could find a lot of success with him. So we'll see what happens. But I think right now, because of the TNA lawsuit with WWE, I think they're going to hold back just a little bit and just wait a little while. But once everything gets cleared up with the lawsuit, I think we could very well see Matt Morgan back in a WWE ring. This is from Flat Xbox 17. Hey Aaron, please answer this question and if possible in a video. Will do. When it comes to the Undertaker's streak, there are a lot of overdue matches. I can't list them all here, but one big one was Rock versus Taker. Why won't they do such a big moneymaker like that? Well, you go back several years, right as the Undertaker's streak was really starting to take off, that's when The Rock was winding down his WWE career and focusing more on Hollywood. So the opportunity just wasn't there. And when Undertaker's streak really got going in the mid-2000s, Rock was completely gone. He was doing his movies. Now that Rock is back, that opens the door for a possible Rock versus Undertaker match. That's something that they could always do. I don't see it happening at WrestleMania 29 just because you have Brock Lesnar in the mix. You have the possibility of Cena versus Rock 2. There's a lot of different matches they can do, and I think that Rock versus Taker isn't a priority right now. But perhaps at WrestleMania 30, I mean, The Rock's always going to need an opponent. And that's a milestone WrestleMania, 30 years. So Rock challenging Undertaker's streak, if Undertaker's still wrestling at that point, that's definitely something I see as a possibility. But, it's never say never. I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not. I mean, they might just go with John Cena versus Undertaker. But you never know. So never say never. This is from Captain Jeff. Hey Aaron, do you think WWE should have turned John Cena heel after Hell in a Cell 2010 or Survivor Series 2010 when he joined Nexus? It would have made sense since the other top face at the time was Randy Orton, who was a big part of the story. Please answer in video. Quite frankly, there were a lot of opportunities to turn John Cena heel, and WWE just doesn't want to do it. That's the bottom line. I mean, not just during that whole Nexus storyline, but also this past year during the feud with The Rock and the whole Rise Above Hate and the Cena Sucks t-shirts. I mean, there have been so many chances for them to turn John Cena heel. And yeah, I mean, that would have been a great opportunity when the Nexus storyline was going on. And the Nexus storyline really needed something big. I mean, it started off hot and then it kind of fizzled away. Perhaps if they turned John Cena, they could have kept the Nexus thing going, but the fact is, John Cena, in order to turn John Cena heel, you have to really turn his character around, do a complete 180 with him. And, as far as a lot of fans are concerned, John Cena is a heel in their eyes. So in order to turn John Cena heel, you really got to change his character drastically. And WWE has a successful formula with John Cena right now. He's very marketable with the children and the women, and the men boo him, they hate him, but they still come to the shows. So WWE has a good thing going with John Cena. When he comes out, he gets the biggest reaction of the night, and he still sells a ton of merchandise. So their mindset is, why turn him? If something's working, if it's not broken, don't fix it. John Cena still is the biggest star in WWE by far. So they're not gonna take a risk with him at this point. And I mean, who knows? Perhaps if they wait too long, when he finally does turn heel, it won't have that much meaning. I mean, if they turned him now, or if they turned him a few years ago, it would have meant something. So at some point they got to take the risk, definitely. This is from Nikki Sturzu. Big fan from Romania. Very cool right there. What are your thoughts on Alex Riley being left out of almost everything, even though he has a cool entrance music? He started pretty well, but never got the spotlight again after the feud with The Miz. Please answer on video. I'm not really sure what's going on with Alex Riley. Obviously, something happened with him to the point where WWE just completely gave up on him, took him off television. He just made his first appearance in a long time on Raw this week. There was a story going around last week that he had some sort of backstage incident with John Cena, and that's why WWE stopped pushing him. I don't know. I mean, Alex Riley showed a lot of potential during that feud with The Miz. I mean, he came out, got a big pop from the crowd every time he came out, and he's a good talker, good look. Just, I mean, he was very green, but a lot of the guys that WWE has been pushing lately are green, and they need more experience. And the only way to get more experience is to put him in the ring and let him get better. So hopefully they don't give up on Alex Riley. I mean, he's got a lot of potential. Obviously, he did screw up once. He had that DUI or whatever, and that definitely wasn't good for his future. But if he keeps his head in the game and stays out of trouble, I mean, Alex Riley could still be a major superstar at some point. Aaron, do you think WWE is in trouble after WrestleMania next year when Brock and Rock are gone? How or who can step up to the plate and pick up the press and money that those two can? Well, you could ask that question every single year. I mean, after WrestleMania, that's when things start to cool off for WWE, and they kind of bottom out like around May, June, and then things start to pick up a little bit during the summer, which they're doing right now. They had the 3-hour Raw. You got SummerSlam coming up. So WWE has always done okay. But yeah, it would be nice if they had a major star around full time at the level of Brock Lesnar or The Rock, but who knows if that's going to happen anytime soon. I mean, WWE's been struggling with trying to create the next big over-the-top superstar. I mean, they haven't really created a star at that level since John Cena and Batista and Randy Orton. They're trying with Sheamus, but it's only working to some degree. And they have a few other guys that are very close to the next level, but they just haven't broken out yet. Guys like Wade Barrett and so forth. So, yeah, I mean, they could really benefit from that. And but regardless, I mean, they'll be fine. They've been fine for years, and they'll continue to do all right. This is from BG Nation. Hey, Aaron, love the show. Please answer in video. How important do you think a finisher is to a wrestler? In my opinion, a guy like Bobby Roode will never be the complete package without coming up with a killer move, despite not winning the, quote, big one. And this is from Petey, a.k.a. BJ Nation. I think it's somewhat important, but I don't think it's absolutely critical for a guy to be seen as a champion or a main eventer. Yeah, I mean, Bobby Roode could probably have a better finisher. It's something that people can identify with more, and that's memorable, and they'll remember it. Like, everyone knows the Stone Cold Stunner, the Rock Bottom. So, yeah, I mean, it would help a little bit, but it is, like you said, it's the overall package. You need to have all the attributes in order to really be a top-level guy. And we got one more question here from BJ Nation. Please answer in video. Hey, Aaron, do you believe that Jericho's first title reign was overshadowed by the presence of the Invasion and the reemergence of Hogan? No doubt about it. I mean, Chris Jericho, he had worked his way up to the top, and he finally got the big one. But then right after he became Undisputed Champion, Triple H came back, and obviously the plan was for Triple H to win the title. He was going to be the focal point. So, in a way, Chris Jericho was basically a transitional heel champion leading up to Triple H returning. And then, of course, on top of that, you had Hulk Hogan come back. You had the NWO. So Jericho, despite the fact that he was the Undisputed Champion, he did get lost in the shuffle a little bit. WWE, they still were pushing him. I mean, Triple H versus Chris Jericho was the final match at WrestleMania 18, but it did get overshadowed by Hogan, and there was no way that they were going to be able to follow Hogan. But at the time, nobody really knew just how big of a reaction Hogan was going to get. And I think if they had known Hogan was going to get that kind of reaction, they would have put Hogan on last. But, you can't predict these things sometimes. All right, that'll wrap it up for this edition of No DQ&A Video. If you want to add me on Facebook, my personal account is facebook.com/AaronRiff, so go ahead and friend me on there. You can check out the NoDQ Facebook, facebook.com/NoDQDOTCOM. On Twitter, NoDQDOTCOM. And make sure you subscribe, spread the word, tell a friend, and I'll see you next time for No DQ&A Video.